What's going on, everybody? Mr. J here with another vlog on Tuesday. I'm proud of myself. I'm doing this. Got to push out that grind. How am I feeling today? One word: tired. I'm always feeling tired. I always feel like I'm not getting enough sleep. Even though I may get 10 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, no hours, sometimes even more, less than that. Sometimes I go way back into the negatives, and it's hard. It's hard. It's truly hard. Especially, I got two baby cats that one is my mother's that I take care of. Take care of my mother, not the cat. She takes care of hers. I take care of mine. I have my baby cat, which is about 2 weeks younger than him, and they're both in their prime season, if you know what I mean. Their prime season, that time. And luckily, we don't have to worry about them intermingling, because the way it works is with them that Sweetheart, my mother's cat, will do her time, and she'll do all that, and he'll have no interest in her whatsoever. And then she'll finish up her time, and then he'll go into his time, and then she wants nothing to do with him. So it kind of works out. You got to take the good with the bad. Kind of like my battle of trying to produce some good content for you guys. It's really hard some days. It's really hard some weeks. I mean, I had a pretty crappy weekend. But, it's a new week, it's a new day, so we gotta make the best of it, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I really want a cigarette. It's so hard. It's like I want to do a video about smoking on Thursday with you guys, but I'm gonna start it with my vaping, how I came into vaping. I'll take you back in time. Mr. J here will tell you a little story about how he came into the life of vaping. Okay, so rewind the tape about back to 2008, I want to say. 2008. I was searching for a job at one of the malls, and I found a job working at a kiosk. Now, if you don't know what a kiosk is, it's one of those small booths that you always see in the mall. They sell like jewelry, purses, massages, treatments, you name it. They can go from a million different things. Well, this particular kiosk sold vapor cigarettes. Now, back then, vapor cigarettes looked like a real cigarette. They were same size, and they had little buds on the end that had the vape juice inside, the e-juice, as we call it in the vape world. Well, you screw it on there, you prime it up, and then you'd vape. You get about 1 to 5 cigarettes per coil, okay? And the quote's not for the coils, it's for that little butt of the cigarette where the filter would be, okay? Well, you would sell that as an individual, or you can sell it as a pack. So my boss trained me how to do it. So he's training me, and I'm learning it, how it's done, and I just can't wrap my head around it for some reason. It was so new to me that I never knew. So finally I got it. I started learning how it works. And the funny thing that I always found with it is you could buy the whole kit that would give you like a full pack of cigarettes plus a carton, which would be a 5-pack. Five. Yeah, that's 5. Technically, that's 5, but we say 5. Why don't we call this a high 10? 5 and 5 is 10. I don't get it, but we don't. Anyway, so this little 5-pack of carton, you turn it upside down to the butt end of the pack, it would say, do not sell in the United States. I found that always weird, like questionably wondering what's going on there. So I sold and used those for a little while, but always turned back to smoking because it never replicates smoking. Nothing is going to replace or replicate completely what a cigarette could do for you. Nothing will. So time went on, and then the vape world was changing, and then I started vaping one of the vape pens, as we call an e-cigarette. Just small as my finger, like tunnel-wise, and then, you had that. And I got really into that. And this is like many years later, probably like 7-8 years later, I went into that. And that's what got me off cigarettes for a good while, because it tasted so good and it was so affordable at the time. There were other bigger mods like this out there. They were so pricey, and it just like, it didn't interest me. It really didn't. The other kind did, and I invested a lot of money into it until finally one day I wanted to get off of it. And so I picked up my first mod, which was the Smok Cube 2. And I loved it because on the side panel, where the battery door from the latch to push the fire button, it would light up in LEDs. And I love LEDs. Absolutely love them. So, started vaping with that. And like I said, really dedicated myself to it and really invested a lot of money into it. And that I invested in other products and other juices, other companies, different names, this, that, the other thing. And it was good for a long time. Good 4 years. I did not touch cigarettes. But the reason I came into cigarettes is a whole nother story that I talked about in another vlog. Shout out for whoever remembers what that story was. So, move forward, years go by, and then shit starts happening, part of my language, starts going on about so much stress with so much stuff going on, not knowing what to do, what satisfies me with it. And I said, screw it, I'm buying a pack of cigarettes. Only one pack of cigarettes, and then I'll be fine. Well, 1 pack turns to 2 packs, 2 packs turns to 3 packs, and it just got out of hand, and I started smoking again, as you guys have seen. I'm still currently fighting the battle to want cigarettes. Like right now, the vape juice I have pina colada, which I talked about in a previous vlog. And it's a good flavor. It's not right for this type of mod, because it's such a high sweetener juice that it doesn't taste the same on a higher heat. Even if you set it at a lower heat, it's still too high for that heat. So, in return, I still want a cigarette. I really do. There's a good chance I'm buying a pack of cigarettes this week, and not happy about it, but I'm doing it because I just can't afford to buy any vape juice right now, even though if I save up the money for the pack of cigarettes and that would give me money for e-juice, what am I going to do in the meantime besides crave and get cranky and get angry and get frustrated? The Hulk comes out of his cage and turns green and just goes nuts. No, I don't want to put my mother through that. If you don't know already, I take care of my mother. I'm her caretaker, and I help her out with a bunch of things. In return, she gives me free room and board, which sometimes I still got to pay. So that's my story about how I got turned into vaping, because I've done them all. I've done this kind. I've done the sticks. I've done the bigger sticks. I've done this one, and then I have my Cube X2, and it's just, I'm thinking about just getting the patch or asking my doctor about Celebrex, because I need something to change my attitude towards vaping and smoking. I need to quit it altogether, because all I realized with all this money spent, all this time spent, all this is another addiction covering up another addiction, replacing one without the other and bringing something new in. That's all this is. And don't get me wrong, I love smoking. I love vaping. But it's not the right choice. I think it was a smart choice to get back at the tobacco industry, because how much money they've taken from us, let us have a little bit more. In some countries, this is a godsend. Like in the UK, they are huge smokers. You think we smoke a lot in America? Check out the people in the UK. They check the numbers. Their people smoke so much that their government really endorses the product of vaping, because it's so much healthier and how much they care about their country. This is a godsend in some places. And I get that. I respect that. But it's not for me anymore. So either I'm going to get the patch, or I'm going to just, I don't know. I don't know what plan. Celebrex? Is that it? No, I don't think it's called Celebrex. Let me know if you know what it's called down there, because I need to mention it to my doctor. So, anyway, I hope this enlightened you in somewhat. I'm looking at it now. We're over a 10-minute vlog. Go me. Another day down. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay awesome. Stay great. And always thank you for being you. And never change who you are, because who you are is what makes you the person you want to be. Love you guys. Peace.